Coming up on this edition of UMTV News, gas prices at the United States are higher than ever as tension with Russia continue to rise.
Plus, find out what's making one Florida senator break down in tears.
And later on, we'll take a look at our furry friends at dog training camp.
We will have these stories and a lot more on today's edition of UMTV News.
It starts right now. Hello and welcome to UMTV News. I'm Isabel Nakash.
And I'm Caroline McDonald. Thank you for joining us. It is day 11 since Russia invaded Ukraine. It's unclear how many people have been killed so far, but some estimates say it's tens of thousands. To make Russia stop the war and withdraw its troops, world leaders have imposed sanctions on Russia. Today, President Joe Biden announced that the U.S. will no longer accept oil and natural gas from Russia. The president also warned that these sanctions will cause a drastic increase in oil prices for the U.S. The United States has already started to see the consequences as gas prices have been the highest since 2008. The cost of filling up is going up.
88, yeah. That's a lot more than I thought it'd be.
According to the Oil Price Information Service, the national average for a gallon of regular gas is $4.14 as of Monday night. That breaks the record set during the summer of 2008 by 3 cents.
We're definitely watching our pennies on where we spend it, but for the most part, I mean, it's kind of kicking our behind.
Analysts say the crisis in Ukraine is fueling the latest price hike.
Because of the actions of President Putin, because he invaded a sovereign country, that created instability in the markets.
While the White House said oil producers have the profits and permits to drill more, some Republicans say the situation can be improved from within.
This White House seems determined to go hat in hand and beg every bad actor around the world to ramp up their own fossil fuel production, but still will not stop their holy war against our own American energy production here at home.
Americans probably won't be getting a break in the near future. The Oil Price Information Service says a national average of $5 a gallon is possible. Many California commuters are already paying more than that.
Not a thing. There's nothing to do except deal with it.
The gas prices don't seem to be going down anytime soon, but President Biden pleads that he will do anything in his power to control the price spike as much as possible.
Dozens of companies have pulled their operations from Russia because of the Ukraine invasion. The companies range in industry from tech to automobile to streaming service and even fast food chains. That includes Netflix, TikTok, Google, and YouTube, and Disney. Most recently, McDonald's announced that hundreds of its stores in Russia will be closed. Nearly 10% of the fast food chain's sales last year were from Russia and Ukraine. As this happens, Russia says it will impose capital controls on the companies closing up shop. The controls will prevent those companies from selling Russian assets. Meanwhile, people around the world continue to project themselves from the coronavirus as they cross another pandemic milestone. The global death toll for COVID-19 reached 6 million people on Monday. That's according to Johns Hopkins University. It comes 4 months after the world reached 5 million deaths. The U.S. has reported the highest number of deaths with more than 958,000, followed by Russia, Brazil, and Mexico. Experts say, based on CDC data, the U.S. may be in for a near normal spring and summer.
Florida lawmakers have approved the controversial legislation referred to as the Don't Say Gay bill. The actual title is the Parental Rights in Education Bill. It bans discussions about gender identity and sexual orientation in grades kindergarten through 3rd, and it limits discussions in other grades. Conservatives say the bill gives parents more oversight about what their kids learn at school, and that LGBTQ-related topics should be left for families to discuss at home. Opponents of the bill warn it could lead to further stigmatization of gay, lesbian, and transgender children. On Monday, one Florida senator became emotional on the floor while speaking about his own struggle coming out as a gay man.
I never knew that living my truth would cause church members to leave my dad's church or friends to stop talking to me.
But despite Senator Jones' emotional speech, multiple amendments to the bill failed. Republican Governor Ron DeSantis has signaled his support for the measure. Once he signs it, the bill will take effect in July.
At the University of Miami, students are awaiting the final results of the 2022 student government elections. Elections were held last week, but results were delayed because of the alleged campaign violations. 2 tickets were running, one called Refresh and the other a U for You. At the end, Refresh U took tickets won by less than 1%, and its leader was elected the new president of the SGA.
I am feeling so excited. I'm so happy right now. I'm honestly so thankful. I really had to rely a lot on my faith and on God during this time, and so thankful that everything turned out how it did.
Fellow Refresh running mate Chica Nwauza is the new president, but the treasurer position is yet to be decided after a runoff election was held yesterday.
Owning a dog can be one of the most fulfilling experiences, but when you run into unexpected behavioral problems, having a dog can get a little rough. Our reporter Annalise Iraola met with one former student who is making a difference in the dog training world through an app, and she joins us now live to tell us more. Annalise?
Last weekend, I had the chance to catch up with Brian Galea, who is a alum. He created a dog training app called Snoot, and he also helps co-found a therapy dog group.
Listen.
Every dog comes with its own personality, but no dogs come with their own training guide. That's why Brian Galea, a graduate, created Snoot, an app to help train and raise your dog or puppy.
You get a dog to have a more fun life, to take them places, to exercise with them, to socialize with them, to build a relationship. They're companions, right? And it's such a stressful thing to have a dog who has a behavioral problem or something that's getting in the way of you enjoying your life because they can't enjoy their life.
After rescuing his own dog Dash, Galea saw a greater need for a company to help guide new owners. He dropped his plan for medical school and pursued an MBA at the Herbert School for Business, where he refined his idea for Snoot.
I started this company that was aiming to kind of fix those problems from the ground up at shelters and various rescues, to kind of start with educating owners from the beginning because that's where they're the most needing.
Snoot walks new owners through a variety of behavioral problems with tutorial videos and how-to guides. Galea also co-founded a therapy dog group, Heel to Heel, before making this new app. Heel to Heel founder Deborah SNYDER has seen Galea's professional dog training methods work wonders.
He's an incredible trainer. So it's been fabulous because you can have a dog that's completely stellar and they could just pick up a little bit of a bad habit here and there. And so he immediately knows all the tricks on how to deal with that. So he trains us.
Several organizations, including the Miami-Dade County Animal Services, have already begun encouraging new owners to use the app. Galea's goal is to continue guiding new owners until they're confident on their own.
If you teach somebody well, it's the expression, you teach somebody how to fish, they become much more confident, right? And they become a more confident, happier dog owner, and that is what I find most rewarding.
If you've been struggling at home with how to fix your POOCH's problems, Snoot is available for free on the App Store. Don't have a dog? Look out for Heel to Heel therapy dogs back on campus to help de-stress students around finals. For UMTV, I'm Annalise Iraola.
Thank you, Annalise. Time for a quick break now.
But when UMTV News returns, UM football spring practice is officially here. Reporter Brennan Rowley has more on the start to the Mario Cristobal era.
Plus, the start to the 2022 Major League Baseball season is still unclear. We will tell you how the league is supporting workers impacted by canceled games. Don't go anywhere.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Thank you for staying with UMTV News. Longtime Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers made it clear he did not want to be a part of the team's rebuild after the 2021 season. But as of today, it looks like he's changed his mind. Then NFL Network says the Packers have signed Rodgers to a 4-year extension deal worth $200 million. That would make Rodgers the highest paid player in the NFL history. The reigning MVP took to Twitter this afternoon, confirming his return to Green Bay, but stating that he has not signed a contract yet. The network says Rodgers was considering asking for a trade to the Denver Broncos or even retiring. There's been a lot of speculation by fans and insiders about his future since the Packers lost a playoff game to the San Francisco 49ers. But Rodgers says he's happy to be back in green and gold.
And speaking of football, it's a new era in Miami Hurricanes football history. Head coach Mario Cristobal has come home to make an impact on his players, the recruiting trail, and the national landscape of college football. The first practice under Coach Cristobal kicked off yesterday for the Canes. Reporter Brendan Riley was at the practice and joins us now live to tell us more. Brendan, what did you see yesterday at Green Tree?
Thanks, Isabel. Monday marked the beginning of a new era in Miami Hurricanes football. And while the season might not start until September, for the players and coaches, they were just excited to get out onto the practice field. For the fans, too, there's a lot to be excited about.
New vision, new hope, new leadership. That is what was brought to Green Tree practice field on Monday morning.
Day one for us is always going to be about mentality. It's going to be about physicality, identity, establishing all the things that go intangible with our program.
The Mario Cristobal era is officially underway, and the impact has been felt immediately.
The competitiveness, we all just competing, sticking together. We're creating more of a brotherhood. We meeting on our own. We coming around more, spending more time together, and things like that.
For sophomore quarterback Jake Garcia, Monday had been a long time coming since suffering a season-ending injury against Central Connecticut State. He was just happy to be back out on the field practicing.
Great to be back. I've been waiting for this for a long time. Since the day that I got hurt, the day that I got surgery, I've been waiting to come back. I've just been working, and I'm super thankful for the whole staff that's been behind me.
While Tyler Van Dyke is the projected first-string quarterback, Garcia had no thoughts of leaving Miami, a place he considers home.
Miami is home. Miami is home. I feel like the community has embraced me. My teammates have taken me in. The staff and just everybody here has taken me in. And I can't thank them enough for that.
The first day of practice was a big step for Garcia, but also for head coach Mario Cristobal, who was there despite losing his mother on Friday.
This is exactly what she wants. And so it's all good.
It is early, but this Hurricanes team has found a new sense of identity and hope the time they put in practice translates to success on the field.
Our thoughts and prayers are with Coach Cristobal and his family at this time. Spring practice is expected to continue for the next couple of weeks as the Hurricanes, they get ready for their season opener against Bethune-Cookman on September 3rd. Reporting live for UMTV, I'm Brendan Riley.
Thank you, Brendan. It's been nearly 100 days since the start of the MLB lockout, and a start date to the 2022 season is still unclear. All of spring training and the first 2 series of the season have been officially canceled. And as ballparks remain empty, many MLB workers do not have jobs. So Major League Baseball launched a $1 million fund to support spring training workers impacted by the canceled games. This $1 million fund matches the amount of the fund the Players Association announced last week.
WNBA star Brittany Griner has been arrested in Russia after being accused of smuggling significant amounts of narcotics into the country. Griner was arrested at the airport when her bag was stopped at security and a bottle of cannabis oil was found in her luggage. With tensions growing between the United States and Russia, there is concern for Griner and if she'll be able to leave the country.
she is in a circumstance that would generate a 10-year sentence. Many of us believe that this is unwarranted, but the best news we got today was that they know about it and that she is on the agenda, and that agenda we have trust in that they will continue to work through this process.
The location of where Greiner is being held is not known. It is also unknown if she will be able to leave Russia if convicted. And now it's time for another break, but coming up,
it's International Women's Day, so we'll take you to one local event that is celebrating female leaders in South Florida. Don't change the channel, we'll be right back.
Right! Go! Bro, but you're not even gonna do anything! Yes, I was! Yes, no!
Not only is today International Women's Day, but it is also Women's History Month. Our reporter Jaya Williams attended one event in North Miami Beach where she met with a panel of female political leaders, and she joins us now live to tell us more. Jaya?
Thanks, Caroline. What better way to kick off International Women's Day than with some croissants? I met with female political leaders of different communities across South Florida at the Ladies Who Lead breakfast event. Being a leader is no easy task, and for North Miami Beach Commissioner DANIELA, working in politics as a female minority doesn't make her job any easier.
Oftentimes people were not really sure, like, who are you and what makes you qualified to be able to speak for me or represent me. Being different, not the normal politician. Most of them are older, most of them are males, and so kind of breaking that mold was really exciting to do.
And Commissioner Jean isn't the only woman paving new ways for her community. In fact, there are young female leaders all across Miami-Dade and Broward County. So she came up with an idea that's never been done before.
March is Women's Month, and so I wanted to honor women like myself who are millennials, who are doing great work in their community, who are leaders.
And with that, the Ladies Who Lead Breakfast was born, a free community event hosted by a panel of female politicians in South Florida.
It is the first time that I've seen such a large group of women. The room had really good energy. It was a very diverse group of people.
This female leadership panel may be in celebration of Women's History Month, but for these women, what really matters most is the future. Medley Councilwoman Lizelle Ayala says inspiring other women is her priority.
My goal is to show women that you can be multifaceted. To just be in a room with women that have walked through the same experience and we're still fighting the good fight is so encouraging, and it allows us to speak into the next generation of women.
In essence of us coming together, it allows us to empower each other and also empower those listening to us.
And this is just the beginning of a future that gives everyone a seat at the table.
Number one advice to women in leadership is speak even when it's not popular. You can be that trailblazer, and that's my goal, to show women that you can go after it.
Well, with these ladies in charge, the future seems to be in good hands. Don't forget to show the women of your community some appreciation this month. Reporting for UMTV, I'm Jaya Williams.
Thank you so much, Jaya. I really respect this holiday. I wish every day was International Women's Day.
Same. I think it is, honestly.
I think that, bringing gender equality is one of the most important things we can do, and it's March, and it makes for an even lovelier month.
Exactly. March is a great month.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of UMTV News. Thank you for joining us.
We'll be off next week for spring break, but be sure to tune in again at the same time in 2 weeks. Stay safe and goodbye.